This is the Beretta Px4 Storm. This one is chambered in 9mm, and when you bring out this gun to most people, they always comment about the look. Now just look at that for a minute, zoom in a little bit. It has a unique shape to it. I think that Beretta wanted to have this gun really stand out visually from the 92FS or the M9, and it does. It has a very ovular, almost feminine kind of guitar shape, I think. And I've noticed that a lot of women are attracted to this gun, and as the case is with me, this is not my gun, this is my girlfriend's gun. She's graciously letting me review it. And it holds 17 rounds. Look at the size of that magazine. And it's got a very long grip. It's 5.5 inches long. So you can conceal it, definitely you can conceal it, but it does stick out a little bit, giving you that extra round, and it does offer a nice grip, so you're not gonna pinch your hand or anything like that. It's a duty-sized gun. The Maryland State Police do carry this as a duty weapon. They carry theirs in .40, and most of the Beretta Storms usually have a decocker or some kind of variation here. The unique thing about this particular gun is it's the Type C model, which means it's just a double action only trigger, and I like that. It doesn't cloud up or make this slide wider than it has to be. If you want to detail strip it, it's always easier to detail strip and clean a gun that doesn't have a decocker on it. The hammer is pretty much fully enclosed there. I can't really get at it at all. It's just, you can see it right there. And we've probably collectively put about 800 rounds through it, and it's been absolutely flawless. And that's one of the cool things about this gun. It came out in 2003, so it's a relatively new model, but it hasn't had any hiccups. There's been no going back to the factory. There's been no warranty issues with it, at least for all the research I've done. There's been no recalls, that I'm sure of. And it's just been one of those guns that has been very good from the beginning. I researched it a lot, more than I would have actually a gun for myself, because I knew my girlfriend was going to be using this. And I've heard of one particular case when they had first designed it back in 2003, and I think this was in Italy or definitely Europe someplace, where they went out and they wanted to test this gun, so they took 3 of them and they put 10,000 rounds of ammunition, 9mm, through each pistol, and they didn't have an issue in any one of them. So I think that's a pretty good test. You can see the size of the extractor on this is very large. It gets a good purchase on the rim casing. Ejects very cleanly. It comes with 3 back straps. We kept the medium one on. And the trigger pull on this is very smooth. It's probably a pound or 2 heavier than your average Glock. I think it's probably around 6 pounds. But it doesn't creep, and it doesn't have that stapler kind of feel. It's got a very smooth, constant, no break at the end, and it just goes smooth all the way. After you fire, the hammer goes down, and then it's back. One complaint that I've seen on other videos about this gun is the sights don't really line up that well. They leave a little bit of play in them, so if you're trying to really do a target at range, it doesn't quite zero in. So one way to remedy that is to have the front sight painted a different color to stand out a little bit. This did not come with the luminescent sights. These do not glow in the dark. I think they stopped that relatively recently, maybe earlier in 2011. And the most unique feature about this type of pistol is the rotating barrel. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Other Beretta, I think the Cougar has this as well. I guess the Beretta engineers said that this is a little different. I don't know exactly how. I do know that it substantially reduces felt recoil. This does not this does not recoil very much, if at all, just a slight muzzle rise with range ammunition. I haven't shot the 40, but everything I've read says the 40 kind of kicks like a 9, and I think the 9 maybe kicks like a 380. And you do have to lube up this a little bit more when you field strip it. You do have to actually put a little bit more lubricant where it's rotating, obviously, because you have moving parts. But I think that this design has proven itself to be very reliable, and it's also reduces mechanical wear, and it's just a very cool and still unique. I think Beretta's probably patented this design. It's very practical because it reduces that time it takes for you to get to that next shot. You know, it reduces that felt recoil. I'd say, if I had to put a number on it, I'd say compared to your average blowback design, probably by 30%, maybe 20 to 30%. So I would recommend checking out the C model if you are used to the double action only type guns, if you like the simplicity of it, if you like the ease of taking it apart. If you guys have any questions about this model other than what I've mentioned, please feel free to PM me. We both really like this gun. I've had other people try it out and they really enjoyed it too. Came with 2 magazines, and we got it in the beginning of the year when they were offering the promotion. So a few months after we got this originally, we got 2 more Mech Guard Beretta magazines, which are awesome. And that's all I can think of right now. It's a great gun. You could conceal it if you wanted to. Just beware, it does stick out a little bit further than most full-size guns, because it does have that 17th round there, 5.5 inches compared to like a Glock 19, which is only a 5-inch grip in height. So yeah, feel free to contact me with any questions, and yeah, thanks for watching.